Yes, yes, guys. Yes, we are live. We are live, guys. We are live. Get in the chat and let me know what you think. We are live. We are live. Ishmael Davis versus Fawaz. That's happening right now. Ishmael Davis versus Fawaz. We're back. We're live for Leigh Wood versus Josh Warrington 2. Get in the comment section, guys, and let me know your predictions. Can you guys hear me? Yes, we're here. Let me know your prediction, guys. Joshua Heath is in the building. Joshua Heath is in the building. Go take.
The orthodox of the southpaw starts. He switches an awful lot, Davis. Yeah.
All right. So we are. Joshua Heath says. What does Joshua says? Joshua says, I won't be surprised if Barrios puts Ryan down and Ryan immediately becomes gun shy and doesn't throw any punches. Yes, yes. I would not be surprised either, Josh. I'll be honest. I will be honest. I will not be surprised. Who have you got? Who have you guys got in this one? Josh Warrington versus Leigh Wood. Joshua Heath is in the building. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, guys. Let me hear from you. Let me hear from you guys. What are your predictions for this one? Currently is round 4 for Davies versus Fawaz. It's a good scrap so far, I'll be honest. Fawaz is doing well, guys. I'll be honest. All right. Okay, guys. We're locked in. We're locked in, guys. We are locked in. Joshua Heath says I've got Wood by 9 rounds. Yeah. I think Leigh Wood would be confident going into this fight, wouldn't he? He would be. Right, he would be confident because he won the first round. He won the first fight, sorry. And yeah, he would be confident going in there. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good fight. Right now, Ishmael Davis versus Fawaz. Fawaz has to win this fight. Kashmir says hello, Kashmir. Welcome, brother. Welcome. It's another one. It's another one. We're back again. We're we're back again for another one, guys. We're back for another one. This one's gonna be good. This is Leigh Wood would be comfortable going into this fight because he would feel like he can do it again. For Josh Warrington, it's he has to go for it, right? Josh Warrington has to go for it. So because you got knocked out in the first fight, you have to go. You have to go and get it. You have to go and win. You know. Yeah. Yeah, let me hear from you in the comment section, guys. Let me hear from you if you're in the comment section. Let me hear what you're thinking about the main event, Josh Warrington versus Leigh Wood, or Leigh Wood versus Josh Warrington, the rematch. How are you guys feeling about this one? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Who have you got? Who are you picking to win this one? Of course, if you want to talk about Conor Ben, then yes, let's talk about Conor Ben. Because shout out to Eldon Joe. Shout out to Eldon Joe. Eldon Joe says round 5 to Fawaz. Yeah. Shout out to Eldon Joe. Guys, if you haven't if you haven't liked the video, then please go ahead and hit the like button, and let's get this live going. Let's get this live going, guys. Appreciate it. Who have you guys got winning this one, guys? I've got my scorecard ready to go. If you haven't liked the video, guys, go ahead and hit the like button. And yeah, let's get this going. I'm excited for this one. This is gonna be a good one. Right now, Fawaz is looking good, but I think Ishmael Davis, this fight is not over. You know, this fight is not over, guys. This is, anything can happen, right? What's the referee doing? Referee is taking some. No. Referee saying that, referee just stopped the fight just to give both fighters. Just to give both fighters some warning, That's what the referee's just doing. Yeah. I'm not scoring the current fight, so that's why I haven't got on the scorecard. I'm not scoring that one. Kashmir says Davis is winning clearly. Yeah, Davis is not. He's not looking bad at all. Eldon Joe says Warrington by points, maybe Wood by KO. Yeah, I mean because Warrington got knocked out. He has to show something, right? He has to show that he's still got it, and that's where this fight is won and lost, isn't it, guys? I think that's where it's one of those, because if Josh Warrington cannot, he can't, if he can't get Leigh Wood off of him, then it's gonna be a long night for him. It's gonna be a long night for him. So, yeah. Elden Joe says, "Bro, I don't know. I missed the first 4 rounds." Yes, yes. I'm not scoring it because I had to do a few things, but I'm here now. Elden Joe says, "I like Bilal." Yeah, he looks like he's got a good story, hasn't he, Bilal? He's got a good story, and yeah, look like a decent guy. I mean, they've got Davies winning, right? On the zone, they've got Davies winning. So Odin Joe says, "Who aged more?" Well, let me go back to this comment here. Eldon Joe says Warrington was winning the previous fight though, but was long time ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing with boxing, isn't it? He was winning, and then he got caught with something massive, and then that's the end of it, really. So he needs to ensure that he doesn't get caught with anything, anything big. That's what he needs to. He needs to make sure that he doesn't get caught with something massive, because otherwise that would be a serious problem for him. You know. So yeah, he needs to make sure that he doesn't get caught. If he gets caught in the first few rounds, that's a problem. Fawaz is looking. Fawaz is missing. He's thrown and missing. These two guys are in the ring talking too much. Just get on with the fight. These guys are talking too much. Eldon Joe says, "Who aged more?" I think Josh Warrington absolutely is. What, he's 36, Josh Warrington. So time is not on his side, and yeah, it's not. Time is not on his side, so he has to pace himself in this fight. It's gonna be a good fight, guys. It's definitely gonna be a good fight, that one. Kashmir says Fawal is taking and playing mind games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He needs to be serious. Like, why is he just like he talks too much. Just get on with it. If you know, he needs to get on with it, man. He needs to get on with it, and he needs to get on with it. Fawaz, he talks too much. It's not good. Hey guys, what do you guys think about Conor Ben and Eddie Hearn situation? It's crazy. Conor Ben, Conor Ben has betrayed Eddie Hearn. You know, that's what. That's the conversation going on that Conor Ben, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of those things where, you know, it's business. Right? People say it's business, and Conor Ben is doing the right thing for him. Joshua Heath said he's surprised Garcia even made weight. He thought that he would drink a beer and miss weight by 3 pounds again. You know the thing with Garcia is he was playing mind games previously, and then he realized that he can't be doing that. So that's what we saw. He knows that he can't be playing these stupid mind games. He has to get on with it. So that's why he's not doing that now. So yeah, he's not gonna miss weight, Joshua, because he feels like he can beat. He feels like he can beat his opponent. Look at this fight, man. Ishmael Davies versus Fawaz. What is Fawaz doing? Joshua Heath says, bro, I used to be a Haney fan till he started suing like a little coward. Yeah, do you know what the thing is, right? With Haney, if Ryan Garcia failed a drugs test, then definitely Haney has every right to sue, right? I think he does, but the thing is, in boxing, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see him sue. We want to see him get in the ring and and have a fight. Really, we don't want to see him sue anyone. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does. You know. So they've got Fawaz winning now. Tony Bellew has got Fawaz winning this fight. Tony Bellew has got Fawaz winning. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Fawaz is fighting on the front foot, letting his hands go. He's very athletic, Fawaz. That's the thing. He's very athletic. He's letting his hands go. And he's looking good. Cash Money said Fawaz is getting better. Yeah. He what he's done is he's found his rhythm back in the fight. And he's looking good. He's looking good. It wasn't looking good before, but it's looking good now. That's the thing. He's looking good. It wasn't looking good before, but it's looking good. He's winning this fight. He's being comfortable. Um, Fawaz is definitely getting better. Fawaz is looking good. Fawaz is definitely looking good. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. What we've got here. Joshua Heath says, Wood and Warrington both knew better to stay away from Navarrete when both held world titles at 126. Navarrete is a beast. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Navarrete is a beast. Definitely a beast, Navarrete. But look, what Wood is not Wood. Warrington is, is old now, isn't he? He's done. This is probably probably his last big payday. Before calling it quits. So, you can't blame him much. Can't blame him much. He's had a decent career. He has a big following, Josh Warrington, and yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Joshua Heath says Navarrete absolutely pulverizes Valdez in a rematch and is beating Nunes next weekend. Yes. Look, Navarrete, he's got the power. He's got the ability. So I think he's gonna do it. We will see. Fawaz is on the front foot here, and he's looking good. He looked like he took control of the fight, and he's on the front foot, landing some really good shots to the body. Shots to the head. Ishmael Davies just looks like he's a bit flustered. Davies looks a bit flustered, guys. Ishmael Davies looks flustered. That's the problem. Yeah, he's not going to let his hands go, is he? Whoa. Davies lands a big shot. Fawaz gets out of the way. Joshua Hughes says, I don't think he stops Nunes, but he's going to most likely win a decision. Nunes can take a shot. Yeah. I see what you're saying, Joshua, but this is boxing, isn't it? It just takes one shot. It takes one shot and fire's over. Really. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Cash Money says this is a good fight. Yeah. It's a decent fight. Fawaz is, having a good, he's having a good second half of the fight. He's looking good for us. Joshua Heath says Fawaz has okay lateral movement. Yeah, yeah. He's looking good. He's looking good. He was losing the first few rounds and then he found his rhythm, and now it's really difficult to get more of that rhythm, right? And it's up to Ishmael Davis to do something about it. But I think it's a bit too late because this is the 11th round. If he can't get Fawaz out of that rhythm, and that's not going to work. So he needs to he probably needs a knockdown to get back on level terms in this fight. Yeah, Ishmael Davis is looks like he's a bit out of ideas. Right, he's swinging and he's missing, and it's not looking good for him. He's swinging and missing. It's not looking good for him. He looks like he's out of ideas. Whoa, Ishmael Davis. Oh, he's on a canvas. What is he doing? Why is he on a canvas? The referee is just telling them, look, keep this clean. There's way too much going on there. Ishmael Davis looks like he's taking a. Yeah, last round, round 12. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting, guys. But Fawaz seemed to have won this fight, isn't it? Fawaz won this fight. He's won it fair and square. Fawaz won this fight, guys. Ishmael Davis just... He looks out of ideas. Yeah, Fawaz won this fight. From round 7 onwards, he looked really good, and he started picking the pace, and he started sort of leading the whole thing. And it's difficult for Ishmael Davies to get back into this. It'd be hard for Davies to get back into this fight. What is Fawaz doing? Is he playing games? It's just it's just showboating. He's showboating, just playing games. Fawaz. Fawaz is playing games. Yeah. Joshua he says, I'm expecting Ben to get in the ring if Ryan wins. Yes, yes. Because Conor Ben wants that fight with Ryan Garcia, don't he? It's a pretty big fight. I'm not sure if it sells out Tottenham Hotspur Stadium again, because I don't think Conor Ben is a big ticket seller in the UK. You know, Conor Ben is able to sell those tickets because of Eubank Jr. and of course both of their father's name being attached to that fight. But Conor Ben himself is not that much of a big ticket seller. So Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben is probably bigger in the US than in the UK, because Ryan Garcia is a massive star in the US. So yeah, I expect Conor Ben to get in the ring after, if Garcia wins. Joshua Heath says, so where does Davis go from here? 4th loss now. Yeah. Fight is over. And it seems as though Bilal Fawaz have won this fight. But we shall see. This is boxing, guys. Anything can happen. Yeah. Kashmir says, what a great fight. Yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Fawaz looks to be playing too much games, guys. It looks like Fawaz just loves playing mind games and stuff in the ring. You know? That's not something that he can keep doing at the top level. Yeah, Fawaz won this fight fair and square. He looked the better fighter um in the latter part of the fight. Was all Imagine he gets robbed in this fight. Yeah, I can't see Fawaz not winning this fight. Fawaz has won the British title. Fawaz won the British title. Fawaz has won the British title. That's fair enough, isn't it? That's a good win. That's a good performance from Fawaz. He deserves that win, definitely. Joshua Heath says, but realistically, Ryan has no power at 147. Yeah, that left hook is a problem. But once again, that's the issue. He's got a very good left hook, Ryan Garcia. But then that left hook is is a problem because he's fallen in love with that left hook too much, and you know he's making mistakes when he's looking to throw that left hook, and then he's giving his opponents the opportunity to land big shots of their own. Kashmir says, "Go on, Fawaz. Yeah, good win from Fawaz. Definitely, he deserves it. He deserves that. He deserves that. He deserves that title. Definitely." Bilal Fawaz seems like a funny guy. Seems like a funny guy. He wants. Eddie Hearn looks devastated with the Conor Ben situation still. Eddie Hearn doesn't look happy. Eddie does not look happy, guys. Yeah. Fair enough. Good win. Good win from Bilal Fawaz. Joshua Heath says Haney waited for Boots to move up to 154. Haney and his team knows Boots will smash him to pieces. Yes. Yes. Boots is the best fighter out of all of them. He's a serious fighter, Boots. And, Devin Haney will definitely get knocked out by Boots. So I agree with what Joshua is saying there. Leigh Wood is in the building. Josh Warrington is in the building. Yeah, it's there's no way out, guys. Josh Warrington, there's no way out. Josh Warrington has to win this fight if he wants to continue fighting because of his age. Yeah. Eddie Hearn is not happy with this. Eddie Hearn is, not happy at all, guys. Kashmir says, "Bright, you look tired. Get a coffee before the main event." Yeah, I don't drink. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I don't drink. I don't remember the last time I drank coffee. But I'm just waiting for the main event, isn't it? I'll be ready. Kashmir. I'll be ready. We're ready to go. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're ready to go. I'm just waiting for the big one, the main event, so we can go. You know. Wait for the main event. Ready for the main event. Guys, I have a feeling Leigh Wood will do it again by KO. I have a feeling Leigh Wood will do it again by KO. Because most of the times in boxing, as you guys know, the outcome in the first fight is what happens in the second fight. So I have this feeling. I have this feeling somewhere that Leigh Wood will do it again. Leigh Wood will do it again, guys. He'll get it done. I think he'll get it done. Once again, in a devastating fashion. Leigh Wood will get it done in a devastating fashion once again. I think. I think he will. Guys, what do you guys think about Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, guys. Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn. Conor Benn has signed with Dana White. And the whole boxing world is in a frenzy. Everybody's talking about it. I've made a video about it. I don't know if you guys have seen my video yet, but I was more on the side of Conor Benn, betraying Eddie Hearn, because guys, let's be honest, Eddie Hearn has stuck by Conor Benn through this whole, failed drug test thing, right? And for Conor Benn to sign with Dana White, and what I'm hearing is that it's a one fight deal, right? Whether it is one fight deal, for Conor Benn to sign with Dana White, there's nothing wrong with that, right? This is boxing, this is business. Conor Benn has every right to sign with whoever he wants. But the way he went about signing with Eddie Hearn is where the problem is, where he did not, he did not call Eddie Hearn on the phone to say, look, Eddie, I'm going to sign with Dana White, or there's an offer on the table. And he just goes and does and do that. Shout out to Ebi Bomodi 4259. He says, who won? Eddie, I don't know which fight you're asking who won. Wood versus Warrington 2 has not started yet, Eddie. So we're waiting for that to happen. But before that, it was Fawaz versus Ishmael Davis. And Fawaz beat Ishmael Davis on points. And he has become British champion, Fawaz. So yes, that's where we are. And now we're waiting for the main event to happen. Welcome to the channel, Ebi Bomodi 4259. Welcome to the channel, Ebi. Joshua Heat says, and the funny thing is, despite Boots being a technician, he actually scores knockouts, unlike Haney. Yes, Boots is a problem. Boots is a problem. And, Boots is the best fighter amongst all of them. Boots is definitely the better fighter. And and I think he, he's gonna go on and do great things in his career. Absolutely, Boots. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt that Boots is gonna do great things in his career. Whoever loses this fight, it's you know, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Whoever loses it, I mean, you lick your wounds, but I don't think they're gonna get any big fights. For Josh Warrington, this is his last opportunity to show something. You know, if he loses this by knockout, that's the end of his career, really. If he loses on point, you would go, maybe he deserves another fight. But if, as I said, if you lose this by devastating knockout, then that's the end of it, I think, for Josh Warrington, guys. He has to win. Josh Warrington has to win this fight, and he has to look good doing that. You know? He has to win. He can't lose this fight. But I think Leigh Wood wins this fight. I think Leigh Wood, I think he wins this fight, guys. Of course, they're singing Sweet Caroline. We know that is, guys, I think something is going to happen in this fight, which none of us is expecting to happen. I think, all right, so who's about to walk in now? This is it, guys. This is it. This is the main event. Josh Warrington is coming to the ring first. Guys, final prediction. What are you guys thinking? Final prediction, who wins? Kashmir says Josh wins. Josh Warrington wins. Josh Warrington, two-time world champion. But I'm thinking this might be the end of it for Josh Warrington, you know, guys. I'm thinking this might be the end of the road. You know, Father Time is undefeated. Father Time waits for no man. And it looks as though that might be coming to an end for Josh Warrington. But look, maybe he's got something up his sleeve that he can pull. We'll see. This is why we love boxing. This is why we love the sport, because anything can happen. This is why we love boxing. Anything can happen, guys. And now Leigh Wood coming to the ring. Leigh Wood would feel as though he can land a big shot. He'll feel like he can land a big shot again, because why not? You know, he lands it in the first fight. So he feels he can do it again. You know? So yeah. He's wearing glasses. What's going on here with Leigh Wood? He's wearing glasses there. Looks focused, but what's with the glasses? Let's go, let's go, let's go. This is it. This is it. This is it, guys. So far, got the prediction. Kashmir saying that Josh Warrington wins this fight. Kashmir, Josh wins this fight on points or KO win. What do you think, Kashmir? Cash Money, what do you think, brother? Kashmir says Josh Warrington wins some points. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm looking forward to a good fight. But I'm looking for Leigh Wood to press the action a bit more. I'm looking for Leigh Wood to feel as though he can get Josh Warrington out of there like he did in the first fight. So I'm looking for him to apply the pressure, find the front foot and look to land some big shots. Because let's be honest, Josh Warrington is 36. All right, he's 36. He's old. So, it's up to Leigh Wood to put the pressure on him and see if he can break. This is it. The time has come. This is it. What a fight. Josh Warrington. 2 times world champion. He needs to ensure he doesn't get caught with anything, Josh Warrington. Because he's gonna get flashbacks from the first fight. So he needs to make sure he doesn't get caught with anything big. Leigh Wood. Let's go. Leigh Wood. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Round number 1. Round number 1. Leigh Wood is looking to stamp his authority straight away, as I said he should. Right? He's the southpaw. So definitely it's gonna be a conundrum for Josh Warrington to work out because he's a southpaw. But Leigh Wood, he has nothing to lose. And for Josh Warrington, he needs to make sure he doesn't get caught. But so far, Josh Warrington is, sort of landing some really good body shots there. Leigh Wood has put Josh Warrington in a corner. Most of these shots are just on the gloves, really. Nothing very serious landing so far. Good body shot from Josh Warrington. Good body shot from Leigh Wood. Good shot. Yeah. I mean, Leigh Wood is a bit tentative, right? He's got his hands down. This is he cannot fight with his hands down like that, right? He needs to keep his hands up because he can get caught with something. Josh Warrington is not giving in. He's he knows that he has to try and win. Yeah. Body shot, good body shot from Josh Warrington on the inside in a clinch. It's only the first round and these guys are clinching already. Yeah, it's good shot from Leigh Wood. That's a close round, but I give that to Leigh Wood because I think Wood did the better work in this round, right? Josh Warrington, I think he came on strong, but it looked as though he needed to do more work. He needed to be more assured of what he's doing. It just looked like he was trying to wind the clock down instead of getting his shots across. So look, I'll give this round to Leigh Wood because I think he, as I said, he does the better work. To the body, some good jabs as well, and he was putting more pressure on Josh Warrington. Round number two, Leigh Wood straight away body shot, still controlling the distance. Nice feint from Leigh Wood there. Good southpaw backhand from Leigh Wood again. It's like he's just slowly good body shot from Leigh Wood. He's got his hands down. That's the problem, right? Leigh Wood has got his hands down. Leigh Wood's nose is Leigh Wood's is bleeding from the nose. Oh, big shot by Josh Warrington. Leigh Wood took that, but that was a massive shot. That was a big shot there. Another big shot. So far, the more telling shot has been landed by Josh Warrington. The more big shots has been landed by Josh Warrington there. Leigh Wood is bleeding out of his nose. He needs to be careful here. Good combination head and body from Leigh Wood. I mean, Josh Warrington should see that Leigh Wood is bleeding, and that should spur him on. That should give him more confidence in stepping on the front foot and landing some big shots there. Because Leigh Wood is a southpaw, so that straight right hand down the pipe is definitely a shot that he can take. You know? Whoa, big shot from Josh Warrington there. Leigh Wood stumbled back. Good body shot from Leigh Wood. Yeah, Josh Warrington is winning this round. He's landing the better shots. On the inside, he's landing the big shots on the inside, and he's not letting himself be bullied, and that's the good thing. It's 19-19, guys. Yeah. So far, I think it's even. I've got it even so far. For me, Leigh Wood had a very good first round. And then Josh Warrington had a very good second round because, he landed the much better shots. He wasn't getting bullied. And he controlled the distance a bit more. Round number 3, let's go. Some sneaky shots from Leigh Wood there. He's got his hands down, right? Josh Warrington should know that the left hook, if he can get close, if he can get in close, he can land that left hook because Leigh Wood has got his hands down. And that is a problem with Ben Davison fighters where they've all got their hands down. Joshua did that and Daniel Dubois cracked his chin. That's a low blow. That's a low blow. Referee says pick it up. Josh Warrington is going for it. Leigh Wood looks uncomfortable in there. Josh Warrington is going for the body. Big shot to the body there by Josh Warrington. Referee says it's behind the ear, behind the head. Misses. Leigh Wood is not wasting a lot of energy. Leigh Wood is not wasting a lot of... He knows that Josh Warrington has to come on the inside and try and fight. And he's trying to pick him off. But he's got his hands down, which is quite dangerous. But, he trusts his power. Leigh Wood knows that he's the bigger puncher in there. So he trusts his power. He trusts that he's going to land something big at some point in this fight. Competitive round. But I think Josh Warrington won that round for me. It was a close round, but Josh Warrington won that round for me because I think it was the busier. It was the busier fighter. And he landed some big shots, some big, head shots there. Put a lot of pressure on Leigh Wood. So, yeah. I think Josh Warrington definitely I think Josh Warrington takes this third round as well. Round number 4. It's still a close fight, guys. I've got it 28-29 in favor of Josh Warrington. But, you know, round number 4, Josh Warrington is not letting himself be bullied. He's staying in the fight. He's staying competitive. Leigh Wood is trying to fight on the outside. Pick his shots. He's fighting with his left hand down, which is quite dangerous. But Josh Warrington has not been able to close the distance. And that is why Leigh Wood is having success. A little bit more success. Let's put it that way. Because, whoa, big shot. Big right hand from Josh Warrington there. Leigh Wood felt that. He felt that shot. That was a big shot. That in and out movement from Josh Warrington is giving Leigh Wood a bit more problems. Right? Because he's fighting on the outside, Josh Warrington. He needs to keep that head, movement to ensure that Leigh Wood doesn't get the advantage over him. Big shot from Leigh Wood. Josh Warrington is... Big body shot from Warrington there. Another body shot from Warrington. Yeah. I think Leigh Wood definitely done a better work in this round. Josh Warrington has got a high guard. Absolutely. But Leigh Wood is, just pot shotting him, just picking up shots here and there. And just making it really difficult for Josh Warrington to fight on the inside. Maybe Leigh Wood's game plan will change after 6 rounds. Where he wants to go for the kill a bit more. But yeah, Leigh Wood is doing, much better work in this round. Big uppercut by Leigh Wood. Big uppercut. Wow, that's a big shot. Josh Warrington took that very well. He took that very well. That's a round for Leigh Wood. That's a round for Leigh Wood there. This round is for Leigh Wood. Definitely. Close fight. Close fight. I've got it 38. I've got it a draw, 38-38. I've got it a draw 38-38, guys. Wait. Twins profile says I have it 3-1 to Wood. I see. I've got it 38-38. I think the last round, Leigh Wood took that round. I mean, look at Carl Frampton's card. It's just terrible. Josh Warrington definitely won that round 2, round 3, I think. But Leigh Wood is sort of itching forward a bit more. He's having more success. From the outside. Whoa, big combination. Lovely combination from Leigh Wood there. And Josh Warrington felt that. He felt that. Kashmir says he's got it 3-1 to Wood. Wow, big shot from Warrington there. Good job from Warrington. Everybody has got Wood up by 2 rounds. I've got it a draw. I've got it tight, you know. It's still a close fight. Big uppercut by Wood. Wood is so far winning this round comfortably. He's just landing some really good shots on the outside from the distance, and you know, Josh Warrington has to get close if he's going to get any success here. Yeah. Josh is throwing and missing. Leigh Wood is much more calculated in this round, and he's landing a much better shots. Absolutely. But what is giving Josh Warrington a problem is the southpaw sort of unpredictability of Leigh Wood, right? He's got his hands down. So the jab is coming from weird angles. Good shot by Leigh Wood. The jab is coming from weird angles, and Josh Warrington just can't get his head around, you know, where the jab is coming from, and it's just bothering him all night, right? The movement, the jab, the awkwardness. Good shot. Good pressure by Josh Warrington. Definitely, but he's not landing enough for me. He's not landing enough for me. And that's a round for Leigh Wood. That's a comfortable round for Leigh Wood there. That's a comfortable round for Leigh Wood. That's a big round for Leigh Wood there for me. That's a comfortable round for Leigh Wood this round. All right. What have we got here? Twin Profile says Wood starting to pick up gear. Yeah, absolutely. Kashmir says 3-2. I see. Bod Davy Boy says 5-0. Wood a couple close. Yeah, I see what welcome to the channel, Bod Dave Boy. Welcome to the channel. Look, I've got Wood definitely, you know, 1 point clear. But look, anything can happen, isn't it? But Wood is definitely winning this fight. The last round, he won that convincingly. Absolutely. Yeah, it needs. Josh Warrington has to get close. He's not going to win this fight on the outside. Right? He's not. So he needs to get close. He needs to get close in order to land something big. And that is going to get him in trouble. That's going to get him in trouble. But he needs to do it, because how else is he going to, you know, win this fight if he's going to fight on the outside? So he has to get on the inside. Josh Warrington, he has to go on the inside. Good shot Good uppercut by Leigh Wood. Yeah. Leigh Wood is Leigh Wood is having good success, guys. It's round 6 and Leigh Wood is winning comfortably for me. Big 1-2 and uppercut by Leigh Wood. Oh, big shot from Leigh Wood. Yeah, Josh Warrington's age is showing, isn't it? Josh Warrington's age is showing. He looks old in there. He looks like a former world champion in there, and that's exactly what he is. Father Time is undefeated, guys. This is boxing. Father Time is undefeated. Once again, a Leigh Wood round. That's the Leigh Wood round there. That's the Leigh Wood round. Kashmir says, good round by Wood. Yeah. Good round by Wood. Yeah, Leigh Wood is... I feel like he's getting in the groove now where, he's getting in the groove where he's having good success. It's up to Josh Warrington to step on the gas and go for it. Dave Boy says Father Time has caught up with Josh. Yes. As I said, Father Time waits for no man, and Josh Warrington, you could see in there, he's old and he's had a very good career, very successful career, world champion, but Father Time waits for no man, and he's in there with a younger fighter than himself, and he's feeling the pace, and he has to win on the inside. That's the thing, and he's not doing that because Wood is not allowing him to come on the inside because Wood is picking him off. Big shot from Wood as Warrington comes on the inside. Wood is just, Wood is having a better better round here. Oh, he misses there. Good body shot by Wood. Yeah. Josh Warrington has to do something. He has to do something. If he's going to win this fight, he has to do something. Yeah, but, he's got his hands up. Josh Warrington has got his hands up. Big shot by Josh Warrington. That's the first big shot he's had in the last 2 rounds. Right, look, he's got a high guard, right? He's got a high guard, Josh Warrington. But he has to lead with the jab. If he's gonna have any success on the inside, which is where he's gonna have success, he has to lead with a jab. He can't just, come in with a high guard and look to have success. He needs a feint, he needs a jab, and he needs to get his feet closed. But he's, as we said, he's old. So, big shot by Warrington. Good right hand. The extension body shots there. But Josh Warrington has had some big shots here. Leigh Wood felt that. Josh Warrington is picking his shots in latter rounds. You know, in the latter rounds, he's picking his shots really well. That's a close round, That is a very close round. Twin Profile says, we all saw Dave fight. Perhaps Warrington was waiting for this. Yeah. I mean, that's a close fight, That's a close fight. But Leigh Wood, once again, just doing enough for me to win that round. That was a close fight. That was a close round there. But round number 8. Yeah, Josh Warrington is behind on his score. He has to do something. He has to do something. Eldon Joe says Wood is being very defensive. Yes. You know, because he knows that there's no need to rush in and get caught with anything, right? He's got the longer reach. And he's got Josh Warrington where he wants him, which is to stay on the outside. So he doesn't need to rush in there and get caught with something massive. He just, he just want to, pick Josh Warrington apart when he comes on the inside. So I can understand why Leigh Wood is a bit defensive. It's a bit negative, right? He doesn't want to fight on the front foot. He doesn't want to give any chances away. It is up to Josh Warrington to close the distance and let his hands go. But then that's a dangerous strategy because Leigh Wood will be waiting to land some big shots himself. Twin Profile says, are you doing the Garcia fight? I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. But I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna put it in the community tab if I do the Garcia fight. So yeah, just I'll let you know, Twin Profile, if I do the Garcia fight. I'll give you a shout. Odin Joe says Josh isn't moving his head. Yeah, because the thing is, Josh, he's got a high guard, right? He's got a high guard, which is good because he needs to go on the inside, but he's not landing any jabs. He's not starting that move with the jab. And his feet are not, fast enough to close the distance. And that's his problem. He's not moving his head. His feet are not fast enough to close the distance. And he's not using his jab. And he's getting picked off. That's Josh's problem. He's getting picked off by Leigh Wood, by the taller fighter, the rangier fighter. Leigh Wood winning this fight comfortably. Josh Warrington has to change something. He has to change something here. He has to change the strategy. He has to press the fight a bit more. But then, he's old. With his old legs, has he got it in him to do that? That's the question, right? That's the $1 million question there. That's the $1 million question. Has he got it in him, in his old legs, to press the action the way he would want to do it? Yeah, I agree with Eldon Joe. Eldon Joe says he thinks Josh needs to throw the straight right on Wood's slow jab. Yes, because the money punch for orthodox fighter when you're fighting a southpaw is the right hand down a pipe, the straight right hand, because you know you're close to the southpaw, so then you can land a straight right hand, and he needs to, right? Josh needs to land. He needs to throw that right hand. He's not throwing enough. He's not throwing enough. That's the problem. He needs to throw that straight right hand down a pipe, because a southpaw is always close from his right side. So he needs to throw that right hand down a pipe. He will have success more. Twin Profile says, can you explain what you think Josh's tactics is? Josh's tactic, is to come on the inside. He has to, because he's the shorter fighter, right? Good job from Josh. He's a shorter fighter, so he needs to be on the inside in order to have success. It's very simple, but to come on the inside, he needs the high guard, and he needs his foot. He needs his feet, right, to be quicker enough to close the distance to come on the inside, and then he needs the high guard, and then he needs a jab to get on the inside. And he's not moving his head. He's not landing enough jabs, and his feet are not quicker enough to close the distance. And that's the problem. That's why Josh is struggling. And, Father Time waits for no man, and his age is showing in there. He's not as quick as he used to before. He's not as quick as he used to before. That's the problem. Yeah, Leigh Wood is just, picking his time to land his shots, and he's not in a rush. Josh Warrington has to force the fight. He has to have more. You know what? Josh Warrington's hands are low because he wants to bait. Sorry, Leigh Wood's hands are low because he wants to bait Josh Warrington into thinking that he can come in, he can have success. And then he's going to counter him. Yeah, Leigh Wood is bleeding all over the place. Yeah. Leigh Wood is bleeding, but he's winning. That's the thing. He's winning this fight. Comfortably. Leigh Wood is winning this fight. Twin Profile says Wood hasn't thrown the uppercut enough for me. Yeah, I mean, for him to throw the uppercut, he needs to get close, right? He needs to get close enough to throw the uppercut. But I think he's thinking, if I'm having success picking the shorter fighter off, why should I risk throwing an uppercut from a long range? Remember Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua, when Joshua threw that uppercut from a very long range without his left hand around his chin, he got counted. You don't want to do that. If you're going to throw an uppercut, you need to be close enough to whip the uppercut, on the inside. And I don't think Leigh Wood wants to take the chance there of, fighting on the inside. I think he wants to stay on the outside. Joshua made a massive mistake in that Daniel Dubois fight in throwing that uppercut from a very long range. And you saw there, he got counted, and that was it. good body shot from Leigh Wood. That sneaky one, like in his solar plexus, right? Cash Money says Wood is boxing well, no scrapping, just quality boxing. Yeah, he doesn't need to scrap, right? It's Josh's. Josh needs to scrap. Josh needs to come and scrap. That's the thing. Josh needs to come and scrap because he needs to fight on it. He needs to win. Leigh Wood is just picking him off, just fighting on, fighting in long range, just moving away, making it boring by picking points. It's up to Josh, man. Look, it's round 10. If Josh is gonna win this fight, he needs a knockdown, a knockout. He needs a knockout. He needs to put everything on the line here if he's gonna win this fight. Kashmir says exactly, bright. Yeah, it's Leigh Wood is just comfortable in there. Josh Warrington, is up to him to make it into a dogfight, and so far he cannot. He can't make it into a dogfight. Eldin Joe says ref keeps interfering in favor of Wood. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Another Leigh Wood round. Look, guys, there's one thing only that Josh Warrington can do, and that is to go for broke. He needs to go for broke. He needs to go for broke. He's not gonna win this fight on the outside. He needs to go for broke here. He needs to do something different. Round number 11. Round number 11 there. Big body shot from Josh Warrington. It's a good body shot. It's just father time, guys. Father time waits for no man, and Josh Warrington tonight looks old. He looks old. He looks lethargic. He's not quick enough to close the distance, and he's getting picked off by the younger, fresher, fighter. And that's what it is. That's how it goes. That's boxing sometimes. Unless he learns something big in these 2 rounds and the fight. He needs to knock out if he's going to win this fight, Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington needs a knockout if he's going to win this fight. Yeah. Yeah, Leigh Wood, big shot to the body. Leigh Wood is smiling in there. He knows that he's got Josh Warrington where he wants him. You know? He knows he's got Josh Warrington where he wants him. Yeah. Leigh Wood is comfortably in control of this fight. Comfortable. You know? Yeah, it hasn't been Josh Warrington's night tonight. That's what it is, right? It happens. He hasn't been his round. He hasn't been his fight tonight. He needs he, he needs a knockout. Josh Warrington needs a knockout here. He needs a knockout. He's not gonna win this fight. Josh Warrington needs a knockout. Yeah. It's not. It's Josh Warrington needed a knockout, and he just, you know, he didn't. He didn't. Leigh Wood didn't. He didn't need to go and get the knockout. You know, it was up to Josh Warrington to go and get the knockout, and unfortunately, it's got 20 seconds. Big shot by Josh Warrington there. Josh Warrington's tired. Do you know what? That was a good round. That was a good round for both fighters, but yeah, I think Leigh Wood just wins this comfortably. You know, um, Leigh Wood wins this one comfortably, guys. I have a 118-110 in favor of Leigh Wood. I have 118-110, guys. Tony Bellew has a 118-110 as well. I have a 118-110 in favor of Leigh Wood. Yeah. Twin Profile says, fight didn't really catch fire for me. Yeah, I think because of the first fight, right? People were expecting knockout or knockdowns or, more sort of... People were expecting more drama in this fight. And it just didn't happen that way. Elden Joe says, too old, these two. Yeah. Like I said, father time waits for no man. These two guys have had, their time, and I think it's over really. For Josh Warrington, at least, I think it's over. I think, there's nothing that Josh Warrington can do. He's old, and that happens, right? That's boxing. That's the way it goes. You get old and you can't do it anymore. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's what it is. Kashmir says, very tactical performance by Wood. Yeah. He didn't have to get involved and have a firefight, right? He didn't have to. All he had to do was stay in the fight. All he had to do was just stay in the fight. And get his shots in. And that's what he did. Yeah. Leigh Wood just won it. He's won it. Yeah. Leigh Wood wins it, guys. He wins it. Leigh Wood wins it. We knew that. It wouldn't have been any other way. It can't be any other way. It's just outclassed, isn't it? It's just he got outclassed. But that's the way it goes, isn't it, guys? It's boxing. Josh Warrington is just old. That's what it is. Kashmir says, let's see what Eldin Joe says something, and then Kashmir says, Eldin Joe says, all right, good fight. Yeah, good fight. Kashmir says, good to see the respect. Yes. Both fighters, they respect each other. Josh Warrington, 2-time world champion, right? He's been there, he's done that. But it's just the way boxing is, guys. Father Time is undefeated, and that's what we just saw. Yeah, good fight, decent fight. It was a decent fight. All right, it was a decent fight. It was a decent fight. He's 37, right? Both of these guys are old. They're old. Both of these guys are old, and that's the way sometimes it goes, isn't it? Yeah. It was just it was just he outclassed him, isn't it? It's they both had a good fight. Just that Leigh Wood is just a better fighter than that. Yeah, good stuff. Good fight. Good fight. Yeah. Yes. Kashmir says catch up with you later, Bright. Thanks for the stream. Yes, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thank each and every one of you guys, man. I am thinking about maybe doing this stream for the Garcia fight. So it's not confirmed yet. So yeah, if you're not sleeping then come and join. If of course I'm doing it. So I'll put that in the community tab and let you guys know if I'm going to do it. And then I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys there. But it's been great, live streaming this with you guys. Thank you for joining the stream, and I appreciate all of you. And I'll see you guys on the next video. See you guys on the next one. See you guys on the next stream. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Let's keep building this community, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night. See you guys soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.